Welcome to MachismoTV, the ultimate destination for modern men seeking to upgrade their lifestyle. Our channel covers a range of topics including current events, fitness, personal development, and technology to help you look, feel, and live your best life. Tune in for actionable advice and engaging discussions. We the willing, led by the unknowing, are doing the impossible for the ungrateful. We have done so much, with so little for so long, we are now qualified to do anything, with nothing.
So join up. Do your part. There's a long war ahead, and we need you. So join up. Do your part. There's a long war ahead, and we need you.
Have you any idea how successful censorship is on TV? Don't know the answer? Successful, isn't it? Have you any idea how successful censorship is on TV? Don't know the answer? Successful, isn't it?
Don't get this sucker no statue. Give him guts. I told you I wasn't going away. You got your shot. Now give me mine.
Why don't you get the hell out of there?
Shut up, old man. I ain't going nowhere. And why don't you tell all these nice folks why you've been ducking me?
There is no nobility in poverty. I've been a rich man and I have been a poor man. I choose rich. There is no nobility in poverty. I've been a rich man and I have been a poor man. I choose rich. There is no nobility in poverty. I've been a rich man and I have been a poor man.
Everybody on down. Get on up. Everybody right down. Get into it. Everybody right down. Get involved. Everybody. What's a shot in the ear?
Home DNA test, $24. Home DNA test, paternity, $29. Find out where you come from, make sure they come from you. This ain't hard, bro. Look, $29. I'm here at Walgreens. So don't be turning around. Let me flip this damn camera around. Don't turn around and complain, bro. Get the test. Get 2 of these motherfuckers. $60, that's probably less than some of y'all weed. Get the test, man. Do it at home, then go to a professional location. Get the test again. Be double, triple sure. Peace.
Shout out to MachismoTV, man. Shout out to them. Okay? Those brothers say they're here to expand, you know what I'm saying, the content of the black man.
that is the origin of their channel. They let it be known. Those brothers are trying to help spread our message through, hey, they simply tell you, hey, rerun, uninterrupted, or whatever, except for the Sunday nights. Make sure y'all start pulling up on them too, man. Hey, MachismoTV, Saucy Balls, them dudes support the fucking, this sector, man, promotion-wise, especially monetarily wise. So, hey, man, we got to start supporting those brothers, man. All right? Start supporting those brothers, man. All right? I know them niggas be up late. Them niggas is some night owls, okay? Them niggas some night owls. But, hey, man, y'all niggas be up, you know what I'm saying, that late anyway, bro. So, you know, support those brothers, because that's who's supporting us.
Sir, yes, sir. Bullshit, I can't hear you. Sound off like you got a pair. Sir, yes, sir. If you ladies leave my island, if you survive recruit training, you will be a weapon. You will be a minister of death praying for war. But until that day, you are pukes. You are the lowest form of life on earth. You are not even human fucking beings. You are nothing but unorganized, grabastic pieces of amphibian shit. Because I am hard, you will not like me. But the more you hate me, the more you will learn. I am hard, but I am fair. There is no racial bigotry here. Here you are all equally worthless. And my orders are to weed out all non-hackers who do not pack the gear to serve in my beloved corps. Do you maggots understand that? Sir, yes, sir. Bullshit, I can't hear you. Sir, yes, sir.
Everybody on down. Get on up. Everybody right down. Get into it. Everybody right down. Get involved.
Turn this shit up a little bit, man. Come on, just a little bit.
They're still good to me.
Yo. The 40 cal stay with me, it's broad day with me. The way it's seen, you'll think I bought Sade with me. Yeah, I charge women to lay with me, I'm not a pimp. My conversation costs $8.50. Hit my PayPal quick. My cash app. What you see is what you get. Real game for a lame bitch. Yeah. Business meetings with the rich. Overseas sipping tea with the Brits. Sending Bandcamp money to my sis. Working on my left hook. Watching Earl Spence hit the mix. At the Ritz. It's an R on my Stan Smith. At the sports bar eating chips. Watching Ohio State run the blitz. Niggas get smacked in their mouth for running their lips. Supreme sticker on the 30 clip. I keep my $100 bills in the money clip. I be on some get money shit. Size Lord.
He made sure that it was never in any of the
So, madam, why do you feel you deserve custody of this child?
Well, I brought him into this world, so I should get custody of him.
That's a simple but fair enough reason. And you, sir, why do you feel you deserve custody of this child?
Well, if I put money into a Pepsi machine and a Pepsi comes out, is it mine or the machine's?
So, madam.
Yes, it would.
You know the damage one ignorant Negro can do. We were in France in the First War. We'd won decorations. But the white boys had told all them French gals that we had tails. Then they found this ignorant colored soldier. Paid him to tie a tail to his ass and run around half naked making monkey sounds. They put him on a big round table in the Cafe Napoleon. Put a reed in his hand, crown on his head, blanket on his shoulders, and made him eat bananas in front of all them Frenchies. Oh, how the white boys danced that night. Passed out leaflets with that boy's picture on it. Called him Moonshine, King of the Monkeys. And when we slit his throat, you know that fool asked us what he had done wrong.
Country Shack.
My daddy told me we got to turn our backs on this kind, Wilkie. Close our ranks to the chitlins, the collard greens, the cornbread style. We are men, soldiers, and I don't intend for our race to be cheated out of its place of honor and respect in this war.
The pupils burn from the gaze of the sunlight. Trying to go legit this time with no gunfight. Straight flights to Ghana. My man got the gold connect. Bow-legged dude with chicks on deck. He got Navy sailors moving their crypto specs. Maybach Hummer, sound like a discotheque. His brother Stan blew off his own hand. He's in the mausoleums, couldn't sew his whip back on. It's in the Coliseum. The monsters out, sway down in the opera house. Scorpion pendant, red stone in a lobster mouth. Diamonds embroidered in the Chinaware. Speaking through Tesla phone. Tucked behind the ear, Snow White Royce. Guts red with lasagna chairs. Scarface party was raw with mad lines in there. Everybody holding, rock wallets, mad nines in there. Hitters with gold fronts frontin', where's the concierge? 50 years of hip hop, New York is the mascot. City is the backdrop, one more you can holler at me. You can holler at me.
That I gotta be the best of them all. That just cut and dried. I'm the best. Whether you like it or not, you're looking at, the greatest, the best looking man, the best dressed man, long limousines, jet airplanes, custom made clothes, and any woman in the world I want, just like that. You know what? Let's face it, if you're not carrying the big gold, you're second best no matter what you tell yourself. So gear up, ladies and gentlemen. Get used to it. Who you're looking at, the man.
The almighty, the legendary West Side.
Hallowed be thy name, Are you really ready for
Fly God himself?
You're looking at the man.
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch. I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch. I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.
You son of a bitch! You son of a bitch! You son of a bitch! You son of a bitch!
Because we're in a fucking gynocracy, god damn it! Because we're in a fucking gynocracy, god damn it!
Dom the Monko. Dom the Monko.
You're now rocking with the hottest DJ. With the hottest DJ. Dropping banger after banger.
Bring it on now!
This is your girlfriend's favorite DJ. Yes! Spinning on the ones and twos.
Check it out.
The dopest beats are ready. Testing speakers. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Let's go. This is the hottest DJ in the city. Live in the mix. It's the one and only. You are now rocking with the doctor of all mixes. Make some noise for mixing genius on the floor. In 3, 2, 1. This is party, people. Are you Ready to jump?
Everybody get down!
Raise your glasses. For you are now in the mix. In the mix. With the hottest DJ.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, here's Johnny.
This show will begin now.
Yo, what up, Contract? You can unmute your mic. Yo, what up to everybody in the chat? Back another Saturday. Let me see. We got a Quiet Storm in the building. What up, RW? Cortez. I see you up in here, D. All right, man. We're going to welcome back, everybody. Thanks for showing up early. Saul just dropped off. He about to be back. Contractor, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right, bet. Whatchamacallit? Let's do this real quick. Let me say what's up to everybody that has supported the channel. This is a shout out to everybody hit us up on the Cash App during the week. Yo, so what up, Contractor? We waiting for Saul to get here. You got any opening words for the chat and the replay gang? How was your week, man?
Long week, brother. Long week, but salute to you. Salute to the chat. All my brothers that be holding down with me. Big shout out to Mike Reed. Y'all need to go check that man's content out. He just put some. I mean, he pushed some paper in my pocket. If you're willing to get your hands dirty, go ahead, holler at me. It ain't hard. I'm not going to say a dollar amount, but in a couple hours, it was well worth it. It was well worth it. So go check out Mike Reed. He got some information for you. If you're a person that's mechanically inclined, you can definitely come up. But other than that, I'm ready to rock out, bro. It's been a long week and I'm frustrated. I gotta see some wild shit. So yeah.
All right, bet. Whatchamacallit? Wrench grinding on his new gig. I talked to him earlier. So actually, let's make sure you subscribe to Wrench Turner. His channel is steadily growing. Here you go. Hey, you know what? I want to play a PSA we haven't played in a long time. Because then this goes with actually some of the clips we're gonna play tonight. This is the single mother PSA. We haven't played this since like season 2.
Do you believe that the Lord tonight has set you free?
Yes, sir.
Turn around and tell those people. Tell them.
I'm not gay no more. I am delivered.
I don't like men no more. I said I like women. Women. I said women. I'm not gay. I would not date a man. I would not carry a purse. I would not put on makeup. I will love a woman. Now listen, y'all praise God with him. Hold on, wait a minute. Somebody believe God with him. Hey! We don't just preach condemnation. We preach reconciliation.
Leave all women stuff.
Hallelujah. God, help him, Lord. Help him, Lord. Help him. I wish I had some shown up believers that'll come down here and dance with him and tell him you can do it in the name of Jesus. To run down towards that camera and tell them I got a brand new life. Run right now, run, because it's in front of you. Glory to God. Somebody shout that.
I haven't seen that in a minute, man.
My nigga.
All right, bet. Yo, Contractor, you there?
Yeah, I'm here, bro.
All right, bet. Yo, this our boy Arrowhead, man. Me and Saul was over on his channel the other day looking at some of his content. Let me throw his banner on the screen. Well, you know the brick lady chick called a case, right?
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah. So this is Arrowhead actually reviewing a piece of this. Make sure you guys subscribe to Arrowhead. I think he's about Austin's age. I think he's like 23, 22. So this red pill content is affecting the younger generation. The guys a lot younger than us, and they want 100% spot on with it. So yeah, you know the whole fiasco with the brick lady. So I'm gonna play some of this and stop it, and then I'm gonna get your commentary on it. This is Arrowhead.
Yeah, this is what I gotta say to it right here.
The center of a viral video who claimed a man threw a brick at her head because she would not give him her phone number is now wanted by Houston police. This story got national attention after that woman live streamed what she claimed was the aftermath on Instagram and started a GoFundMe. Only KPRC2's Bryce Newberry is talking with the prosecutor on this case tonight. He joins us live near the Galleria with the latest. Bryce.
Daniela, Houston police got called to this street in September, and when they arrived, the woman seen in that viral video told them that an Uber driver threw a brick at her head and then tried to kidnap her. But tonight, she has become the focus of this criminal investigation. Because Houston police say the surveillance footage captured by cameras on this street doesn't match her story.
Ladies and gentlemen, I made a video about when it first happened. Go check it out. It's going to be in the description. About how I said to myself that this story did not seem credible whatsoever. It seemed like it was a ruse. It was a way for somebody to get a GoFundMe money, and that it it seemed like it was off. And there were claims on scene saying that lovely lady actually insinuated violence and actually tried to get men to hit her back, and actually I started a GoFundMe page. I'm just like, wait a minute, what the hell is going on here? Something don't seem right. And that she was Somalian, and then all this stuff started coming out about her. I'm just like, okay, yeah, something's off about this. This sounds a little bit fishy. I could smell the setup like a Tupac in Vegas hit. It's like, what's really going on here? It seems like a ploy and a gimmick and a ruse to try to get some money and dollars and cents out of good old taxpayers of the American public. And sure enough, that's what it is. I mean, black men, I think we really need to be taking this stuff like this seriously, because the problem is, this is how things like in Emmett Till happens. It's just when lovely ladies like this falsely claim and accuse black men of being violent and being abusers or being straight up just savages, then that does detriment to our public image. And I know a lot of you are really indifferent, especially when it comes to lovely ladies, but one thing is, you are not about to speak poorly and illy on my kind, because as soon as you do, then yeah, I'm firing back at you guns blazing, because you are not just talking about one black man, you are talking about all of us. And despite whether or not you think you're a part of the problem, or you're trying to become a solution, or you just don't want to get involved and it's like, hey, that ain't my problem, the fact of the matter is, your public image is on the line.
All right, I'm gonna stop it right there. Salute to Arrowhead, man. He's gotten really good at the content creation and the talking points, and I like that he's so young. He's one of the younger content creators in this space. What do you think about one, the chick catching the charge, them suspending her from GoFundMe completely, charging her with basically federal wire fraud, and her being on the run. And I actually saw a clip of her online complaining, basically being like, I'm innocent, this is all blown out of proportion, and these red pill podcasters, they're the reason that I'm having all these problems. And I think that's because of the pushback on the space. So much content was created around this. And then that chick, actually, shout out to Gail. Gail did some of the initial legwork on this, but who's that chick? Queen of Accountability filed the police report on her and forwarded all this information. What do you think about our effect on having such blowback on this, and then what Arrowhead said about black men at large protecting our public image?
I think it's a great thing, actually, because if we can have an effect like this for this petty ass situation, there'll be other situations that are much more dire, that are much more important, that we can have an effect on and or sway. Arrowhead was absolutely correct in his analysis, because at the end of the day, if you lie on one, you know damn well, as a melanated person in America, you lie on all of us. So everyone digging off, the kicking off and teeing off in her ass was necessary, because she had the internet and up in arms against a bunch of melanated men that ain't do nothing. But here in America, to quote Hot Sauce, it's un-American not to lock a nigga up. It's un-American not to persecute. It's strange. We have to live here for as long as we choose to, until we can get free. And we have to deal with all the blowback and repercussions of our actions and the actions of other people. It's crazy, man. Old girl told that lie and told it like it wasn't nothing. You remember the hospital, the video she did? She was at the hospital with the camera on.
Your mic muffled a little bit.
My bad. You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you perfect now.
You remember the video the girl did in the hospital with the gown on, crying them big ass crocodile tears?
Yeah.
She was sitting there boo-hooing, making it look real, hamming it up real good. The whole time it was a goddamn lie, man. It's disgusting. So yeah, for her to be punished for her actions, deserved, well deserved. Personally,
what do you think? What role do you think that the male content creators in this space played? Because there was a tremendous amount of content because it was viral, with basically all of us pushing back, tearing the story apart, and what have you. Because I'm seeing that we're affecting the real world at large now. It used to be just us, a little pocket on our side of the internet. Now it's having real world repercussions. What part do you think that this space played in that?
I think it played a major part because, again, we're starting to push back to control our image. You can't just get on line and start lying without somebody actually digging into the goddamn story at this point. And we dug into it. And as we dug into it, you was like, no, false, fake, fiction, fraudulent, bullshit. And she's upset that she got caught. She's not upset at the fact that she did what she did and it was wrong. But she's upset at the fact that you Negroes had the audacity to call her out like that. How dare you? You know what I mean? She didn't apologize for her actions. She's still running around talking about. I think it was Mr. Goodbread's channel. Talking about how she's in Jamaica and she's in a safe space now and this, that, and the third. Bitch, you want to run? Get the fuck out of here! You rob these people, then you turn right around after you robbed them, and you want to flaunt it in their face and twerk at the end? Come on, fam. That hoe need her ass whooped. But
if she was in Somalia, she'd actually get that. She'd actually get that.
They might be taking a finger, a hand, or something. You got to give something back. She robbed them people with no gun.
Yeah,
that's what she did.
Yeah, you're right. International Quiet Storm. Yeah, I said it was actually Gail, but Queen of Accountability. I know she filed the police report. I know they going back and forth at it, but yeah, Gail did all the initial legwork. Go ahead, that's your contractor.
She robbed them people with no gun, then turned right around and is flaunting it in everyone's face because she feels like she got away with it. For all that, I kind of wish that brick was a real brick did hit her ass. If that had been a man, he'd be out of here. They would have 86'd him. But because she's a melanated black woman, she can get away with it.
Yeah, Cortez Smith made a good point. He said, actually, this space made it viral. This space was the first place to cover it. Yeah, exactly.
He's right. He's damn sure right.
Yo, what up, JB Designs? Yo, Saul, can you hear me, bro?
Yeah, I'm here. All
right, bet. We're covering. I clipped up some Arrowhead's joint. I can run back a piece of it for you and get your commentary.
Most definitely.
All right, bet.
Background for you. All right.
No, you want me to run back some of it for you, or are you good?
Yeah.
All right, hold on.
Man, you already know how to deal with some other stuff on the back end.
Yeah, exactly.
Started a GoFundMe page. I'm just like, wait a minute, what the hell is going on here? Something don't seem right. And that she was Somalian, and then all this stuff started coming out about her. I'm just like, okay, yeah, this sounds, something's off about this. This sounds a little bit fishy. I could smell the setup like a Tupac in Vegas hit. It's like, what's really going on here? It seems like a ploy and a gimmick and a ruse to try to get some money and dollars and cents out of good old taxpayers of the American public. And sure enough, that's what it is. I mean, black men, I think we really need to be taking this stuff like this seriously, because the problem is, this is how things like in Emmett Till happens. It's just when lovely ladies like this falsely claim and accuse black men of being violent and being abusers or being straight up just savages, then that does detriment to our public image. And I know a lot of you are really indifferent, especially when it comes to lovely ladies. But one thing is, you are not about to speak poorly and illy on my kind, because as soon as you do, then yeah, I'm firing back at you, guns blazing, because you are not just talking about one black man, you are talking about all of us. And despite whether or not you think you're a part of the problem, or you're trying to become a solution, or you just don't want to get involved and it's like, hey, that ain't my problem. The fact of the matter is your public image is on the line.
Bang, there we go. Take it from there. Let me get your feedback. Shout it. Yeah, guys. I know
think that was
I know Gail did all this.
Shout out to Arrowhead. Yeah. Shout out to Arrowhead, man. Because when you really think about it, yeah, like, you know, once you get a lot of views, it's being there because you're
you Borgen, bro. You Borgen. You Borgen. Saw you Borgen.
Then man, I mean, to think this.
Yeah, you still Borgen.
That you don't hear me?
You're Borgen.
Ooh. Let me try to come on.
Now you sound good. That fuck. Yo, Hoop. Can you hear me? Let me get a mic.
Yes, sir. What's good?
What up, Playboy? All right, we're gonna wait for Saul. We're gonna wait for Saul to get back. We reviewing Arrowhead's video. He covered the chick who's got the charges put on a brick lady. He did some commentary. It was it was pretty good. You know, Arrowhead part of the original team that was came over from Dennis, all of us, when the channel first started. And I was saying it was Arrowhead's I think he's Austin's age. He might be 22, 23. I was just saying how the content is reaching the younger brothers, and they're out here making their own content, and they're having very good, insightful takes on the items, and it's very impressive. So I could play back a piece for you if you want to give me some commentary on it.
Yeah.
All right, bet. We wait for Saul to get back. He having technical difficulties.
It seemed like it was off. And there were claims on scene saying that lovely lady actually insinuated violence and actually tried to get men to hit her back, and actually I started a GoFundMe page. I'm just like, wait a minute, what the hell is going on here? Something don't seem right. And that she was Somalian, and then all this stuff started coming out about her. I'm just like, okay, yeah, this sounds, something's off about this. This sounds a little bit fishy. I could smell the setup like a Tupac in Vegas hit. It's like, what's really going on here? It seems like a ploy and a gimmick and a ruse to try to get some money and dollars and cents out of good old taxpayers of the American public. And sure enough, that's what it is. I mean, black men, I think we really need to be taking this stuff like this seriously, because the problem is this is how things like in Emmett Till happens. It's just when lovely ladies like this falsely claim and accuse black men of being violent and being abusers or being straight up just savages, then that does detriment to our public image. And I know a lot of you are really indifferent, especially when it comes to lovely ladies, but one thing is, you are not about to speak poorly and illy on my kind, because as soon as you do, then yeah, I'm firing back at you, guns blazing, because you are not just talking about one black man, you are talking about all of us. And despite whether or not you think you're a part of the problem, or you're trying to become a solution, or you just don't want to get involved and it's like, hey, that ain't my problem. The fact of the matter is your public image is on the line. And sure enough, you shouldn't care what people think about you, you know, but still, I mean, you attack one of us, you attack all of us, baby girl. And when it comes to situations like this is an issue that really needs to be addressed. And on top of that, this lady is Somalian, so you already know that if she would went over to Somalia, nothing like this would have happened. Women around the world know, gentlemen, they know that America is a very, very gynocentric place. They know that all you have to do is say some ish and they're going to get an award for it. And especially if it's a black man. I know that for a fact.
Yo, contract already went, and even though she didn't call the charge and the with the Fed and the Texas authorities out of this is how contractor was like this.
Is Wayne Brady gonna have to choke a bitch?
You feel me?
Yep.
So what's your take on Arrowhead's take so far? I thought it was very insightful and spot on for the most part.
Yeah, no, I mean that's the reality of it, bro. Like, I tell people all the time, man. When you come and you say something, I say anybody can accuse anything of. Anybody can accuse anybody of anything. So the accusation is one thing. When you start to sift through truth, that's when you get to where the real reality is. And reality is, listen. My personal female friends I know, I ask them about abuse, sexual assault, this, that, and the third. You know what's funny? When we get down to it, like against serial cheating, they've never experienced this shit. They go with the fear of it, but not the actual applied experience of it. So a lot of B-dubs want to believe that a broad got hit in the face with a brick because they can see it potentially happen. But I said it off rip. You look at her face, there's no abrasion. There's no cut. There's no bleed. No. But it doesn't matter. You want to believe it because you've been in a situation where maybe a guy asked you for your number and you said no, it ain't, but he probably told you, fuck you, bitch. And that's out of pocket. But what he didn't do is pick up no goddamn brick and hit you in the face with it. But no, fuck the facts. You want to make up your own little narratives. You want to make up your own little fairy tales. And you latch on and you get this whole upwards of $43,000 for her hurt and damages. Only for all this shit to just blow up in your face. And I'm like, good. You deserve everything. Just like you people who said, Juicy School, yay, this situation. I remember in Moment, people talking about, oh, well, you black men don't support your other black men because they cute, they queer and all that. They know we don't support stupid ass shit. That's a stupid ass story. Right? So this is just another one. Like when I heard that shit, I'm like, nope, don't believe it. And I'm going to say this, and I'll land the plane here. I don't believe that Megan Thee Stallion situation.
Neither do I. Nobody do.
That's no bullshit.
Gave that man 10 fucking years,
bro.
Over her jealousy. That shit crazy, bro. Like I'm still tight about that Tory shit. I ain't even gonna hold you.
I mean, and that's the whole thing. Like, you can say anything, and if you get the right lawyers, the right story to spin, then it can take you where it take you. But
and they put the gag order on him and everything. He tried to fight back with that album. You feel me? It was a complete. He was destroyed in the court of public opinion. You know what I'm saying?
And check it, bro. I'm from Houston, bro. So I root for all Houston artists. Megan Thee Stallion, obviously from Houston. Went to HBCU, Texas Southern University. But bullshit I can't stand with. I don't care who and where you from and none of that. That's a bullshit ass story. So, we can't win them all. But I'm glad that this is playing out how it's playing out because here's a bullshit ass story with no merit, with no basis. And the crazy part is some of the main bitches going hard on her was women, black women at that. So kudos to the black women who got their head on straight. Who saw that some bullshit and they stood on business. I'll land the plane there.
All right, bet. Matter of fact, let me cover a couple of these comments in the comment section. JB Design says, to be honest, I agree that this concerns our image, but I don't agree on the effect on our image. As a 26-year-old brother, I see our brothers all over the world building, but the world sees Keisha causing problems, and that's facts. Let me see. This is JB too. He says, the separation is complete. The world sees the difference between us and Keisha, and they do not believe her. Our image is already being repaired. I agree with that. Facts. You're seeing more of that. We're seeing more of that play out on social media and the news, and we're also seeing the law It's funny he says that. We're actually seeing the law crunch down on that. And then I'm going to put a pin in that last statement by JB Designs, because this little short clip I'm going to play after this actually speaks to that. Cortez Smith says 9 out of 10 black women never get abused. They were taught by feminism to exaggerate about being abused. I agree with that also. We've covered that extensively on this channel. All right, they're getting busy in the chat. Saul, you back, Playboy?
Yeah, I'm back, man. Excuse my technical difficulties tonight, man. I'm looking real low budget. You know, no. Get down.
No, man, it's all good. We holding it down up here. Hoop to pop up in here. You know what I'm saying? I'm up here improvising.
Bro, it's like I'm driving around with 3 rims in a spare tire.
They got a nigga driving on the donut, huh?
Yeah.
What you call it? You and I went over this yesterday. Full disclosure. Give me your comment. All right, I'm gonna frame it for you. Give me one your comment on his insight that this is primarily about black men protecting our image, and the pushback that she got throughout social media, how important that was. And then number 2, as we've previously said consistently on this channel, that the work that we're doing down here, we're starting to see reverberations of that in the real world. And to that point, to what extent do you think the content creators in this space and those adjacent to the space across all social media platforms, their concerted pushback on this story, what effect do you think that actually had in terms of GoFundMe suspending her permanently from the platform, resending the money, giving the money back to all the all those who donated, as well as now her being wanted by the police, or more than likely wanted on the for federal wire fraud? Your take, sir?
My take is this: congratulations to the people of this space. Okay, we've held the line. We ain't give up no yardage, and we can only move forward. Okay, old girl was so gassed up by looking at her and herself in that sort of pool of narcissists. Okay, that she was emboldened to use the least sophisticated way of trying to get the bag. You know, she had the buzzwords, she had the jargon, the disposition, and everything, because it's been tried and true. People have made money off of shitting on black men. Okay, and if you've done it, I mean, sure, you know, why not continue? Okay, America has invented this black Karen. Okay, this is the monster you created, and because you created this monster, now this sort of Frankenstein is a threat to everybody and their reputation. Now, when it was just a black man, nobody cared, right? But now when it comes to schools' reputation, because, you know, she was a PhD student at the University of Texas, actually a Columbia grad too. The other problem with that is, what if she would have graduated and went on to be a full professorship and would have taken the lies and skewed the data and continued to like damage the lives of black men everywhere? And for every one of her, I'm sure there's a 100 more. That's the dangerous part about it. But right now, we're at the nexus. We're at the front line, okay? To where we're giving pushback, and that sort of credibility has become eradicated. I mean, there's news articles out there talking about that this is a threat to believe all women and this, that, and they're trying to separate themselves. No. Nope. Eat that. This is all you're doing. This sort of narcissism where, you know, there's the septum ring, wearing bonnet, helmet, having, you know, twerking, you know, sexual liberation, this, that, all that crap. And guess what? That level of quote unquote niggatry that Tommy Sowell and John Henry Clark had talked about as being exported to other cultures, corporations, and so forth. I mean, we making this world one big nigga, right? And some people just don't want that. Some people just don't want that ignorance. So we're seeing pushback. You start to see investment banks snatch up business development for the Keishas. You start to see people look at them with some level of doubt, because before they were used to monopolizing the conversation. Of course, we could defer to the women because they're the closest to you, so we could use your women to shit on you or whatnot and use them as credibility to do so. But now this shit is backfiring. Where you having Keishas twerk as senators. You got Keishas out here running cities like Suge Knight, like his Death Row Records and all this other stuff. And you ain't got the black man to blame for it. This is the pill that they gotta swallow. I'll land my plane there.
Hey, Saul.
Yeah, what's happening?
Yo, you remember some time ago when we talked about this? I was like, yeah, that's their pit bull. Now now they mad because it turned on them. Now they mad.
Exactly.
Exactly. That ain't my pit bull. That's your pit bull. That's your savage. You've been feeding it Biggie Smalls. You've been feeding it gunpowder and all that for years. Now it's ready to bite your ass, and you're mad.
Yeah, exactly. Tearing down institutions and stuff like that. I mean, think about it. The University of Texas is considered a public ivy. Okay, Hoop Jargon can speak to this because he's down there in Texas. It's a very, very great school. And same with Columbia, right? And then you had the whole fiasco with Claudine Gay. And then you have people who are mayors and stuff like that, and district attorneys. So now you can't distinguish the high and the low as far as the fuckery. You can't. And now it's Empire Strikes Back. Let them eat it. Let them destroy it. Let them, fuck all that shit up.
Bro,
and we sit back and continue to protect our reputation. But let them, self-destruct.
Bro, I'm of the opinion that no matter how they go, their default setting is always fuckery, man. It's always holding. Because no matter their position, they always revert right back to that base level, bro.
100%. So, I mean, these Keishas will self-destruct in order to pull down the black man. It's almost like being in a relationship with a chick, and the chick decide that she wants to degrade herself and lose her chastity and good reputation to try to emasculate you, right? But this is what's being done on a wider scale. Except that, guess what? Black men across the board, for the most part, is saying, that ain't my bitch. I'm getting passport stamps. I'm out. And now we're actually starting to be seen like a different group. This is what they wanted. Ain't no community no more. I'll land my plane there.
My nigga.
All right, solid. We're gonna play. I'm gonna play out the rest of this. It's about 60 seconds, and then I'm gonna get your closing statements on Arrowhead's take on this. And then we already know how Contractor feels about it.
Is Wayne Brady gonna have to choke a bitch?
Hey, run that back.
True. You ain't lied. You ain't lied at all, bro.
Is Wayne Brady gonna have to choke a bitch?
Hey, look at Dave Chappelle in the background. Look at him in the background, though.
Is Wayne Brady gonna have to choke a bitch?
Nigga, please no. Don't do it. Not in front of me.
Oh man. All right, hold on. Let's play the rest of this. And I want to run right directly into the next clip because it ties in all, like JB said, Saul just said, that the image of the Keisha versus the American black man, there's starting to be a mass separation, and it's globally. When I show you in this next clip, it's going to drive it all home. Then we'll let Hoop do the sports rundown so we can get them up out of here. We are at the 55-minute mark. All right, let's let the rest of this play.
All you have to do is completely lie on a black man, and you're probably going to get paid for it. Or a death of a black man, you're probably going to get paid for it. And these lovely ladies know that. That's why they try so hard to get you locked up. They call the cops on you more than any other group of women. They delete your babies at a higher rate, 19 million. Over a fraction of the population of African-American people are missing because of that. It's just a situation of a series of unfortunate events that will cause our very extinction. These ladies are not on our side. They're not for us. And this is why I advocate you guys to go ahead and get your passports and get the hell up out of here, because this ish ain't it. So whatever you got to do, avoid, and you'll always consider Act 2 and 3 over Act 1. Salute to Hootsie on that. Man, it's just a really messed up situation right now. So yeah, so gentlemen, understand that false accusations have been happening for a long time. I share blood with somebody who has a false claim on him and was convicted. It is not funny. It is serious, especially when it's a black man, because this is detriment to your image and the image around the world, especially. But like I said, man, these ladies, especially the ones overseas, know how egalitarian the society is, how gynocentric it is, and she damn sure couldn't have pulled anything like this over in Somalia. And so with that being said, gentlemen, call foolishness like this out. Let's continue.
Yo, this man.
All right. But yo, shout out to Arrowhead, man. It's nice to see the Z's so solid, 10 toes down with the talking points. And he shared how this is hits him personally close to home, because he has a blood relative who a false accusation of this sort actually happened to him. Contractor, give me a take on the final part of this clip with Arrowhead, and also speak to the false allegation that his blood relative has also been convicted of.
I think the young brother was actually, he was already red pilled, but the more he sees, the more red pill he's going to become. And for him to be so young and have this mindset is a great thing, because if you know your enemy, you can learn how to either avoid and or defeat them. They're not on our side. They are literally your goddamn enemy at this point. They view themselves as being separate. Now the world views us as being separate from them. So it all works. As they tear themselves down, we ain't a part of none of that. As far as that allegation, I spoke with Arrowhead on a panel once before, and he let me know which relative it was, and it's really it's a real fucked up situation, bro. Because where he stays at in the country, they just took old girl's word and called it good, and still, man, you know what, fuck it. They just decided to fry a nigga. I'll put it to you like that. They just decided to fry a nigga. Because at the end of the day, even though he's light skinned, guess what? He's still a nigga. Even though he's mixed. The dominant society still views him as a nigga. So they decided to fry them a good old nigga. That's what they did, bro. And it's the most messed up part is it can happen to anybody at any point in time. No one is safe. All it takes for her to say you did something because she's mad at you, and that's your ass spoke, man. They're coming for it. You ain't give her $20. She can file a report on you. And they come. You cussed her out because she was spending so much money. She can calling people, and they coming. It puts men all over the world, especially in America, in a very precarious position, man. It sucks. But that's why it's best to get this knowledge early. That way you know, and you can start to protect yourself. So I'm happy that the younger brothers are finding out early as to how they work and how they operate. That way they can get good and get by getting gone. I landed there.
That's spot on. I like what International Quiet Storm said. He said, observe, document, report, and put it on record. That's a straight up fact. Yo, Hoop, give me your take on Arrowhead's final statements.
Oh, well, you know what? I got the story mostly through Daphne Sutton, celebrity. I think she called herself on the YouTube space. But yeah, the brother kind of just hit the same thing home. And it's like, you know, being a young cat, just know what's up, man. Learn how to play defense early. I think that's the biggest thing that a lot of us we learn is that not to play defense early. Because you think you go with the company line. I mean, most of us, you know, this school of thought hit us so late, so much later in life. I mean, me personally, I'm talking about 36, 35-ish when I start hitting this shit from. Well, no, you know what? I'm lying. Tommy Sotomayor was probably my first dose of this shit.
Yeah, Tommy. Yeah, I was watching Tommy early too. But you're right though. A lot of us, we was well into our 30s. Some of us our 40s before. I mean, we may have been slightly red pill depending on what part of the country you came from, and people you rolled with. But we still had that. You know, we came up when girls was a little bit sweeter and everything. You know what I mean? They would listen to R&B, it was romantic and shit. I would say since 2017, it been on like popcorn, man. Like, that fool, like, oh, this is some bullshit because you done went through enough. Go ahead.
Right. And so if brothers get that game a little earlier, because we come up on that sugar and spice everything nice mantra from women, and you just don't really understand how to deal with them. And you just go with this mantra that, okay, well, niggas are dogs, and you just accept that, right? Women can't do nothing wrong. It's always usually the nigga fault. But once you start getting this good game early, I'm not saying everything is the best information. I know it's a lot of bullshit in this space. But when you just get the counter argument, like, okay, I know things to be how it is. You know, I probably, you know, being a black man, you know how it is. You probably gonna be more around a matriarchal centric coven, as it was, of like, you know, your leadership council or what have you. But when you learn the other perspective, it's like nobody else, no other community rolls that way. Nobody else rolls that way. So when you start to get that good game, and like the brother said, like in Somalia, nigga, that don't fly. That don't fly at all. But you can you can be Somalia when you want to, Somalian when you want to, but then you can be black when you want to, and be a liberal lesbian bitch, right? And you can play that game and have a whole nother space that people will let you have a voice. So I'm glad people on her ass. I'm glad people are abreast of how far a lie can go. I'm glad Houston Police Department is on her ass, and because that's just how it goes. I mean, you can't take anything at face value. You got to go through scrutiny. You got to go through investigation, and then you figure out the truth. Just because you said it, anybody can accuse anybody of anything. But what's reality? I land my plane there.
Well played, sir. Well played, sir. And you get
my nigga.
Shout out to Red Sigma in the chat. Make sure you guys subscribe to his channel. Whatchamacallit? You see what's going on with Fannie Willis and all these chicks in power fucking taking L's, and this is how a lot of them is getting their position.
Name something or someone you should stop sleeping with as an adult. Alana.
Your boss.
Your boss. Wow.
Yo, Saul, give me your statements on the tail end of that clip with Arrowhead, and how this situation hit home for him as well, because he's got personal experience with a false accusation.
At some time or another, a lot of this is going to hit home, whether it's 1 degree of separation or you yourself. being have to deal with it. And maybe, you know, we should probably do a little show as far as, you know, training oneself and the brethren here on, you know, how to document facts or whatnot so that they're able to protect themselves in the spaces in the workforce. You know, because, you know, you're blindsided, you know, and then of course you become angry, and an emotional response only validates the very lies that, you know, these Keishas do. It's, you know, they have training in obviously the child support stuff, the divorce stuff, the lying when it comes to sexual harassment and all this other stuff, right? So we need useful skills and tools, you know, to be bestowed upon the brother to make sure they protect themselves, because it's only going to get worse, you know? And he's absolutely right that, you know, we obviously do need to protect ourselves, and we obviously need to let the process play out. But, you know, we can't be indifferent to the point to act as though, that the world doesn't happen around us. You know what I mean? So for every potential Keisha around you, it's a liability. And it's sad to say it like this, but you know how you were taught when you were a little kid how to behave around quote unquote white women. Don't get in the elevator with them by yourself. Start applying those same policies and risk mitigation strategies to these Keishas. Now I land my plane there.
Well played, sir. Well played, sir.
My nigga.
All right. I'm going to play this one little short clip, and then we're going to run to the Hoop Sports segment. Let me tie this together. I think it was JB Design said it in the chat. You touched on it, Saul. And so did Contractor. About the separation starting to happen, and about image, global image. We've seen recently the two women were arrested in Bali. The sisters is taking L's globally. And I'm gonna play this clip. I pulled this off Twitter, and this clip has 13,000 retweets. They had 20,000 likes, and there were close to 1,000 comments on it. All right, and I want you to see this clip, and I'm going to put it on loop, of course, because it's short. It's only 9 seconds. I want you to see, and Uncle D said this before too. He said it was going to happen, and like now they're blatantly putting it out there. This clip, it's only 9 seconds, but it really speaks volumes about what they see in terms of Keisha's behavior globally and what they attribute that to. Watch this. Some European clip that together. I'm gonna reverse the round robin. So, just give me your initial gut reaction to what you see, and then speak to the psychology. Because this isn't. I don't think this is necessarily about racism. This is about behavior, and then how it's being interpreted in terms of image.
Could you replay that? I have to process that. Could you?
Everywhere you go, they're twerking. They was even twerking on the slave castles in Ghana. You know what I'm saying? They think that shit cute, but this is what the world really is.
At the end of the day, it's almost like, you know, some sort of reverse evolution thing is going on. You would think that, you know, for all the quote unquote stuff that they fought for and bitched about, people who are senators, people who want to be involved with education, people who want to be involved with business, law, and this, that, and the other, almost always find themselves bent over, whether in the air or fucking the air. Okay? I think that this goes to show the level of the spread of ignorance and degeneracy and backwardsness that people don't even want to touch because they want to be politically correct. But at the end of the day, like, you know, this is where they're at. You know what I mean? And if they want to make themselves to be useful tools, I mean, quite literally, that's exactly what they are, you know? And the world is under the impression now that that's the only thing that they know how to do. Now land my plane there.
Well played, sir. I pulled that clip. I'm gonna post that clip on the Patreon. Like there's a lot of free content on the Patreon, guys. So just go to the Patreon. I'm gonna post it tomorrow. I'm gonna post this clip tomorrow. And Quiet Storm, I'll email it to you. Contractor, give me your take on this. I just think the sheer fact that someone actually went and found the primate and synced it up with this is like, and like I said, this has 13,000 reposts. It had close to 20,000 likes and 1,000 comments. So you should read the comments.
I'm sorry. I'm still trying to get myself together. Can you run it back?
I'm telling you, this is no small thing. Do not underestimate the gravity of this clip, or that it had 13,000 reposts. 13,000.
That's what they truly believe at this juncture they are and what they're worth. But it's all good because they're reinforcing that belief. It's messed up. I mean, as a thinking man, yeah, it's messed up to see that, but they will fight you tooth and nail to keep that thing going, bro. Like, yeah, it's disgusting. For me, it's disgusting, but it's also kind of funny, the fact that they were able to sync that image of the gorilla at the same time. It's like that you couldn't do nothing better. You know, my question: why are you in the street doing it? You just like park the car, pick a random spot, park the car, and just starts working. Like, goddamn.
And they think this shit is cute, and here's the thing: this is the image that they built for themselves.
Facts.
You understand what I'm saying? There wasn't no global campaign for this. They went globally doing this. Remember, we had Sukiana in London talking about I'm gonna eat a nigga's ass and all this shit. Like they fought for this image.
Obviously, they want it. I was told a long time ago, let a hoe be a hoe, and obviously, if they want to be dressed up and down in the garbs of a hoe, then let them do it. Let them do it. But it no longer affects us, and because it no longer affects us, I don't care no more. Like, one of the brothers put something in the comments where he said, yeah, he spent so much time caring about his mother and his sisters. I'm like, yeah, I feel you. Facts. Same thing. Same shit. I think it was D. Yeah, me too. But once you realize who and what they are, you let that shit go. Seeing something like that don't mean nothing no more. I have no feelings toward that bitch. Like, yeah, the world can have them at this point, because whatever way they view them is how they view them. I don't care as long as it doesn't affect me. negatively. Because honestly, after all the fighting and fussing that they put up for that, go ahead, baby girl, you can have it. But you can have it without the shield of protection that we provide. It's gonna hit different when we ain't there to when we're not there to protect you and shield you. But it's cool. It's cool. Let her twerk. For it to be that many views is kind of it's telling. It's very telling, man. That's how the world sees them. Oh well. Run it back again one more time. This shit was funny. Say I ain't gonna lie.
He said, "Run it back again." Hold on.
Is Wayne Brady gonna have to choke a bitch?
See, for all you swirlers out there, just know this: the vast majority of them dudes that are swirling with you, they feel like they're committing bestiality. Keep that part in mind when you going down on Zaddy. Nasty. I'm done, bro. I'm done.
Yo, what you got for me, Hoop?
Yeah, man. It's a lot to unpack there, bro.
Yes, sir.
I want to say one thing, man. If you look on your comic books, you sharing, if you look at the handshake, that is a Mason grip like a motherfucker.
Yes, it is.
If y'all want to know, great, Google Mason grips and look at that handshake. About a few clips over. That's a Mason grip.
Yeah, so it's a lot of Easter eggs in the comics. This is a classic. What you call it? This is a Tom McFarlane's artist, and this is a classic X-Men joint.
Man, Stan Lee was real big into the cult and all that shit.
Yes, sir.
I'll look it up. If you think Hoop tripping, look up all 33 grips in the Freemason world and look at that handshake over there. Lord, all right. So it kind of took me aback. God damn it. But getting back to the silverback gorilla.
Yeah, I'll be throwing the Easter eggs in there. You got good eyes.
Those are eggs like a motherfucker.
You got good eyes.
So I think that gorilla needs a little more training with the twerking. You know, it needs to go to the bar. I'm talking about the gorilla by the car. She need a little more work. You know what I'm saying, to really be twerking. Just saying, I'm from Houston, bro. Like, you know, we home to strip clubs, so that's a little mid for me. But going forward, bro, let this. Tell me if you get her shit.
I didn't hear it.
Oh, you ever hear that?
Mm-mm.
Okay, damn, man.
Go. I turned the music off. Try it again.
Okay, let me try it again.
It's real low, Playboy.
Okay, well, I'm playing Yin Yang Whistle While You Twerk.
He said whistle while you twerk.
So I think StreamYard is kind of tuning out, like you better play music like that. So I mean, whatever. So that's Yin Yang Whistle While You Twerk. Go ahead and start it. Make that pussy forward and whistle while you twerk. Twerk something. That's like what, 2001?
Mm-hmm.
Right? So I hear this argument, but like twerking, it's a cultural dance. It's just something we do to have fun. Nah, bitch. That fucking dance is made to literally denote you tooting your ass up and making your pussy fart. So it's important, you know. What's the word called when you make words mean things? What's the word I'm looking for?
You talking about a backronym? Like they trying to make it something more than what the hell it was or whatnot. Just even with Cash Money when they were talking about some twerking, make it more than what it is, but a backronym.
They trying to make it less than what it is, because what it is something that flipping holds etymology. That's what I'm looking for.
Etymology. Okay, yeah, etymology. The
etymology of things. Now this is more of a colloquialist, term, twerking. But that intent was for strip hoes and bust down hoes who busting that pussy open to fuck. And now they're trying to switch into like, oh, it's just a regular dance. Oh, it's just an African cultural rhythm. No. And shout out to and rest in peace to Pimp C. in the song "Let Me See It" was one of the earliest times we heard the word twerk, and it was bend over, bitch, let me see it. We on a work some, twerk some basis. Like, bitch, nothing about respect, nothing about just having fun. It's always like, bitch, I'm about business. I'm trying to bust you up. So when women do this dance so openly and so frequently and so fervently, you look like a fucking buffoon. You look like a fucking fool. So I'm glad that this, you said a European person made this video?
Yeah.
I'm glad she got this. And I'm glad they side by side it with this fucking silverback gorilla, because that's what you look like. You look like a fucking idiot. You sitting here throwing your backside up, pussy up to the sky, right? Asshole up to the sky, gyrating. Ain't nothing classy about it. Ain't nothing cordial about it. Ain't nothing like, rhythmic or classy about it. You look like you trying to get fucked. And that's what niggas like in the club.
And bro, you know how viral something got to be to get 13,000 reposts? Exactly. That means everybody that saw it was like, oh yeah, repost it to my page, repost it to my page. That people are looking at it and immediately going, exactly. You see what I'm saying?
Oh yes. So
13,000 reposts.
So the best posts come from an area of truth.
Yeah. So that means people are immediately seeing it and going, oh hell yeah.
Yep. Hey, you see that handshake? There it go again. That's that grip.
I see it.
Y'all go look it up for you make some handshakes. And they'll take you where you need to go. But anyway, so that's where we are right now in society. Like, they think shit like that is turned to, like brother said, Cortez said in the chat, said it came from African. Bullshit. That came from fucking UGK and or Yin Yang twins. About talking about some hoes who want to get fucked. That's it. So this has devolved down to society where, like, you're just doing that. You know how that whole time about twerking at the red, like, and I seen hoes twerking on top of cars, bro, in traffic. This is where we at right now. So the line of demarcation got to happen. We ain't gonna just start calling shit out for what it is. Because I tell you what, y'all see some white hoes twerking every now and again? Yes. I don't see no Asian hoes doing that shit. I don't see no Indian hoes doing that shit. And I legit, I mean, it may be some swell of African hoes, but for the most part, bro, I see these hoes with burkas on their head and shit. Right? And we wonder why we lose it. It's a clown show, and nobody can tell these hoes shit until they get unfavorable results. And guess what? Oh, black man, you gotta step in and come be the fucking body to jump in front of the bullet. You know, one of the most.
Then it's like Jermaine's fault. You feel me?
Let's be nice. Yeah. Let's be nice. We don't have to go there. I mean, you're not wrong, but you didn't have to say it. I mean, good Lord.
So it's just crazy. So Cortez says it came from New Orleans. Okay, maybe, shit, I was only like 8 years old in fucking 91, so I can't call it. But I do know the first time I heard it was the Yin Yang twins in UGK. But at the end of the day, none of it was anything positive. It's about hoes who willing to get that thing up. So let's call it what it is, let's treat it as is, and let's move forward, accordingly and hold the line. When they try to act like, this is something it's just a fun little thing. Not seeing things like little girls twerking, singing. I showed my girl this shit the other day. Singing Sexy Red, bro. Talking about, let that breathe. Hands on your knees. Twerk that for me. Twerk that for Drake. Hands on your, like, bro. And if you think that shit don't have a residual effect with our kids, you got another fucking thing coming. And I'll land my plane there.
Well played, sir.
My nigga.
All right, bet. Let's get into the sports section. Everybody, please, once again, check out the Patreon and support the stream. And thank you to everybody that has supported the channel so far. We've officially hit 1,500 subscribers. Saul's almost at the 300 subscriber mark. I think he's like 15 away. So we're trying to get him to 300, and Contractor's almost at 100. I think he needs 12 more subs. So I had their banners on the screen. I'll have them on again again later on after the sports segment. Please go subscribe to their channels, and of course subscribe to Hoop Jargon.
Okay, here we go. Man, we back with the Hoop Jargon wrap up. Man, I had to give my Dak Prescott because RIP Cowboys. Boy, we took that L. Like no L has been taken. Cheesemo, don't say shit because I'm about to get on you.
I wasn't going to say nothing. You be nice, I'll be nice. I ain't going to say nothing.
Yeah, man. So we soldiers in defeat, man. As you know, the Cowboys took that major L to the goddamn Green Bay Packers, who turned out to be actually pretty successful. Losing yesterday. Well, you think was it today or yesterday? God damn it, you try to get a little old. They just lost by a score to the San Francisco 49ers. So did it soften the blow just a little bit? Maybe. But listen, man, the Green Bay Packers, Jordan Love had a great season so forward. And so, as we know, the San Francisco 49ers and let me go back to my notes. San Francisco 49ers. Oh, so sorry, guys. Gotta go to my thing. And the Detroit Lions will be your representatives of the NFC with their win with one touchdown over the Buccaneers, 31-30, to 23. So the margin of error was very low, but the Lions got it done. Oh, yeah, and so to back it up, yesterday, the 49ers did win 24-21 over the Packers. So, listen, man, this is pretty much to be expected. Now, could we say that we probably thought it would be the Cowboys, 49ers? Yes, but the 49ers was going to be the for sure thing. This has been a down year. As we know, Machismo, Eagles didn't quite get it done either. So, it left it wide open.
I'm gonna play the clip on you.
I mean, you can play it. It ain't gonna really go nowhere, but all right.
I'm gonna play it.
Yeah, ain't gonna go nowhere. But going forward, man, that was what we pretty much expected the 49ers to be in the NFC Championship, followed by the Buffalo Bills, who got Kansas City Chiefs, a barn burner, 27-24 victory over the Buffalo Bills on the road. So shout out to Patrick Mahomes. Here's a cool stat I heard. Patrick Mahomes has never not been in the AFC Championship as a starter. Let me say it again. Patrick Mahomes has never not been in the AFC Championship as a starter. Ain't that some shit? Lord have mercy. So they'll be playing against the Baltimore Ravens, who lost against the Houston Texans who beat the Houston Texans 34-10. So it was a good game until halftime. It was 10-10, tied up. Lamar Jackson playing well, CJ Stroud playing well, and then the Ravens proved who they are, which is the way better team. So shout out to the Ravens. They're going to meet up with the Kansas City Chiefs in the AFC Championship. And then the winner of that team will meet the Lions and the winner of the 49ers. So it's going to be a good Super Bowl, I guarantee you. But we'll get there when we get there. Now, listen, this was a hell of a – listen, I got to say this too. This has been a hell of a January. Cat Williams just opened up the shits with everybody, goddamn it. Cat Williams went on Club Shay Shay. If you guys been hiding under the rock and said his opinions about shit, boy said he ran a 4.1, don't believe it. But read 3,000 books a year, don't believe him. But he said a whole bunch of incendiary things about a lot of comedians, and so you can parse your words about stealing jokes and all that. It's up to you how you want to do it. But why is that important, Hoop Jargon? Because it seems like that's made everybody be with the shits. More importantly, Jason Whitlock and Stephen A. Smith are beefing tough over these YouTube streets. I've never heard Stephen A. Smith cuss. Stephen A. Smith called this man a fat bastard. He called him a bitch on this time. That's too personal. That boy said that shit with his chest. So to watch media pundits have this, so the beautiful thing about YouTube is the space that we're at right now. We can say words that are a little bit of uncouth to normal television standards, and we can come and do our own thing. And now the big boys are kind of taking, they've seen how we roll, and they kind of follow suit when they're on YouTube. So that be, yeah. Am I lying? Anybody?
No, that's facts. That's facts.
Absolutely. So if you guys don't get a chance, go catch up on the beef between Jason Whitlock and Stephen A. Smith. Jason Whitlock talking about how, as we know, Stephen A. Smith played at Winston-Salem State, which is the HBCU, and he pulled the receipts on his ass, and the receipts look like they ain't receipting, basically saying that dude ain't played nothing for them dudes. And Stephen A. Smith seemed a little shaky, goddammit. Corey Holcomb also chimed in. So y'all on your own free time, check it out. It's a hell of a beef. So moving on to the NBA. Let's talk about actually, let's stay in the NFL. Bill Belichick, the GOAT, got let go by the New England Patriots. So there's been reports that he's been signing, he wants to sign with the Atlanta Falcons. We shall see. He's taken 2 meetings reportedly. People saying, the Cowboys should take him. But as we know, Jerry Jones said he's sticking with Mike McCarthy. Ugh, ain't with that shit. But I mean, it is what it is. I don't own the Cowboys. Jerry Jones does, goddammit. Also, old ass coach Pete Carroll's let go by the Seattle Seahawks. He has like an advisory role now. So it's interesting to see what Pete Carroll chooses to do with this future. So those kind of things are just very interesting to see as we go forward. Then as we move forward to the NBA, goddamn NBA. Hoop Jargon is pro Wembyana. Wembyana had a triple-double in 21 goddamn minutes. 21 goddamn minutes, you have a triple-double. Now, for those listening, that's next to impossible to do. So I'm going to give a shout-out now. His team doing as it currently stands. The San Antonio Spurs are the third worst team in basketball with an 8-34 record. But it's all right, though. It ain't about this year. It's about in the future. But Wembyana is just doing crazy stuff, man. So I got to say that, bro. All right, so moving to the standings. We got the Boston Celtics at 33-10, and it's becoming an old line now. We know that the Boston Celtics are going to be on top of the Eastern Conference, followed by the Milwaukee Bucks at 29-13, followed by the Philadelphia 76ers at 28-13. Now, he had a Joel Embiid had a great matchup with Jokic, and he came out the victor. So shout out to Philadelphia, man. They lost James Harden, and it seems like a big addition by subtraction, where they're playing their ass off with him and Maxey being the leaders of that team. So followed by the Cleveland Cavaliers at 25-15, New York Knicks at 26-17, Miami Heat at 24-19, who says the great Duncan Robinson is off the trade table, because now it's going to be trade time because that time is coming around, and we're going to get to my team, the Los Angeles Lakers, because they need to goddamn do that in a major way. Followed by the Indiana Pacers at 24-19, the Orlando Magic. They start out so well, man, but they still hold it down at the 8th seed at 23-20, followed by the Bulls at 21-23. So, I got to say this too. The Atlanta Hawks at 18-24, and pretty much management said everybody's on the table to trade except your boy Trae Young. So, Clint Capella, DeJounte Murray, you guys are on the block. So, as we go forward over to the Western Conference, POP, hold it down. Hey, man, Minnesota is still holding down the number 1 seed at 30-12. When could you ever say that? Minnesota is doing the damn thing. Man, the youth movement is dominating the West, followed by OKC at 29-23. So Chet, Josh Giddey. So also backstory, he had a situation with some SA that went on with an underage girl that basically the parents are not pursuing. So he has no charges coming his way. So, I mean, this is a man's channel. You know how things can go with somebody saying that they misrepresent who they are, and things can happen. So as it stands right now, he would not get any charges, but that's another video for another day. Going forward to the Denver Nuggets at 30-14, just flying low. They know who they are, so I'm not worried about those guys. And I got to give some props, man. The LA Clippers at 27-14, they've been streaking. Even with Westbrook, Russell Westbrook, bum ass coming off the bench, those guys are looking good. James Harden's playing good. I'm not the biggest James Harden fan, but Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, they seem to right that ship. So shout out to the Clippers holding down a 4 seed at 27-14, followed by the New Orleans, I almost said Patriots, goddammit, Pelicans. Where that come from? 25-18, the Pelicans, just doing what they're doing with Zion Williamson, your boy Brandon Ingram and company, just holding down at 25-18, followed by the Dallas Mavericks with Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic at 24-18. Now the Phoenix Suns seem to have finally got their stuff together. They're half a game behind Dallas at the same record with 24-18, followed by the Sacramento Kings, who've been taking a little bit of a plunder, and then followed by the Utah Jazz at 22-22, and then my Los Angeles Lakers at 21-22. As we know, the Lakers don't play no defense. We've been seeing that deloading is a guy they want to get rid of. We'll see how they go. I can't call it. But influx behind those guys, you got Houston Rockets at 20-22, just waiting, chomping at the bit to step into the playoff picture. And I think, listen, man, Golden State, it's time to blow this shit up. It's time to blow it up. They're too old. And for what the reports say, everybody's available except Steph Curry. In my opinion, they did a great job of getting rid of Wiseman 2 years ago. They did a great job of getting rid of Jordan Poole a year ago. And speaking of Jordan Poole, Lord have mercy. You guys not been following his career. He is looking like ASS booty cheeks over there. 7-35. If you want a good laugh, pull up Jordan Poole bloopers. And it's just gonna all be this year. It is the funniest shit you gonna look at. This dude, listen, man, hoop jargon don't want to see no black man not do well, but goddamn, I like being right. Jordan Poole is a goddamn fool with it, man. He and Kyle Kuzma is like the goddamn Two Stooges, man. So when you get a chance, go check that shit out. Just saying. The Two Stooges, bro. Like those dudes are match made in hell. So as we round out again, the Golden State Warriors, they need to get rid of Klay Thompson, in my opinion. They need to get rid of Draymond Green. He's just more trouble than he's worth at this point. They need to be Steph Curry and nobody else, because guys like Nick Kuminga has said that he don't want to step on the old head's toes and be great. And that tells you everything you need to know. Now you can say, oh, he's a young guy. He don't have no say-so. But if you watch Klay Thompson shooting the worst percentages he shot in his career, Draymond Green, beside him being, suspended, he's playing horrible basketball. He's slow as hell. Like, hoop jargon is 40 years old. I probably can run fast in that motherfucker as it currently stands. Draymond Green is absolutely BFI certified trash. Just it is what it is. So going forward, man, thank y'all for tuning in to the sports wrap up. I try to bring it to y'all every week. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I hope your team won, unless you win against the Cowboys, and then all bets are off. Goddamn it! Until next week, we'll talk to y'all. Peace.
Oh, big shout out to Hoop Jargon. Man, that was actually. It is good to have your own in-house sports correspondent. Y'all be sure to go ahead and subscribe to his channel as you see the little ticker there. Well, seems like another week. Who's your final pick for the NFL?
I got. Man, so I'm a big Patrick Mahomes guy, so I'm going to go Kansas City Chiefs, even though they got a lot of work cut out for them. But I'm going to go Kansas City Chiefs.
I'm looking at Detroit.
Shit, you can look at them. Yeah, I got the Chiefs, man. Also the 49ers too look really good, man. They had a really good test against the Green Bay Packers. Now again, I'm not one of them old defeatist guys. Like, okay, the Packers blew our doors off, so I feel better because they gave the 49ers a game. I think they're up and coming burgeoning team, and the 49ers, you know, they outlasted them basically. If you guys watch that game, they outlasted them. But yeah, I just think they've been the most consistent team all year long from top to bottom, and it's going to be a hard out for anybody. But I'm gonna give my hope to Pat Mahomes, man, because I love what he does, dealing with all those guys who can't catch a cold in the goddamn negative 15 degrees. And he still, again, he's never not been in the AFC Championship, being a starter. That's a hell of a stat, man.
All right, bet we good. Let me see something real quick. Let me play this commercial.
Can you help this bad bitch with a bad itch get rid of her bacterial vaginosis? Ass crack. Let's look inside. Can we use a pussy scratcher? Oh no. How about this Band-Aid? A bit of feminine perfume might do the trick. Nope. The way to get rid of bacterial vaginosis is with pussy poppin'. These always do the trick. Try pussy poppin' today from La Fuck. Yay!
Yo, what up, Passport OG? I see you in the building. Yo, everybody, if you haven't already, subscribe to Passport OG. Let me throw his banner on the screen. Hey, guys, we are at the 1 hour, 41 minute mark. I'm going to play this last little short, get your feedback, and we're going to get up out of here, get your closing statements. Where's Passport OG's banner? Big Bass. Yeah, I got so much stuff in the background here. I think I deleted it. Taylor Swift Super. Oh, there you go. Bang. International Quiet Storm in the clutch. It's Passport OG right there on the screen. Shout out to International Quiet Storm for holding me down since I don't have a banner up. All right, we're going to play this last clip, but we're going to get up out of there. I want to thank everybody for coming out. And speaking of passports and Passport OG, you guys make sure you support the stream, support Black Male Media, and also, more importantly, get your damn passports. Hey, here's a word from Mr. Fantastic.
Shout out to MachismoTV, man. Shout out to them. Okay? Those brothers say they're here to expand, you know what I'm saying, the content of the black man. That is the origin of their channel. They let it be known. Those brothers are trying to help spread our message through, hey, they simply tell you, hey, rerun, uninterrupted, or whatever, except for the Sunday nights. Make sure y'all start pulling up on them too, man. Hey, MachismoTV, Saucy Balls, them dudes support this sector, man, promotion wise, especially monetarily wise. So, hey, man, we got to start supporting those brothers, man. All right? Start supporting those brothers, man. All right? I know them niggas be up late. Them niggas is some night owls, okay? Them niggas some night owls. But, hey, man, y'all niggas be up, you know what I'm saying, that late anyway, bro. So, support those brothers, because that's who's supporting us.
Word. Shout out to Mr. Fantastic. We appreciate that shout out. All right, fellas, I'm going to run this last clip, and we're going to get up out of here. Like we normally do over here, we do things for the public record, especially since our model has us running a lot of content on repeat during the week. starting at midnight. So there's this ongoing trope. We hear it all the time. Black men are colorists and colorism and all this. And we've said repeatedly, I never recalled in childhood anybody turning down a bad broad because she was dark skinned. My experience is always that brothers always went after the dark skinned sisters. I mean, look at, especially if she was bad, like, you know what I'm saying? But here's Dr. Thunder with a clip. Let me throw his banner on the screen real quick. Oh damn, I didn't put him in a joint. Quiet Stormer, if you could drop that in the chat, I'll throw it on the screen for Dr. Thunder. But let's play this clip real quick.
And shout out to the Sandwich Gang.
He said to the Sandwich Gang.
Yeah, y'all go over there and support Dr. Thunder. You get a whole lot of info, you know, all packed into an hour and a half or whatnot. Y'all going ahead and support the brother. One of the most level-headed and logical guys in the space.
My nigga.
All right, bet. So I think that this little short, Dr. Thunder, really covered this the origins of colorism, and I want this on the public record regarding this trope.
I gave birth to a 9-pound healthy light-skinned baby. The nurse was so excited how big the baby was. She said, "This is a 9-pound right here." 3 days later, I was handed a 6-pound dark-skinned baby. I felt no connection to this baby. I believe my baby was switched at birth.
Colorism is not the purview of men. Colorism has always been primarily perpetuated by women. The research suggests that it is the women from subordinate communities that prefer whiteness to their own men. Men of subordinate societies always prefer their own women and only date out when their own women do not reciprocate interest.
And if you didn't hear that, you see how dark that woman was. She said when she was handed her baby, it was light skin. And then when she got the baby back from the incubators, you know, the birthing room, later when she checked out, the baby was dark skinned, and she believes her baby was switched at birth. You see how goddamn dark that woman is? So, give me your feedback on that, man.
You know, I'm tired of the sort of obsessional OCD fixation with skin color. I mean, you see the darkest bras out there complaining about these quote unquote black men that they can't get, but they're the first one to jump on a white rhino horn or whatnot. You know, they're the one who's out here doing that, and it all goes back to what BGS has said about, you know, racial hypergamy. You know, we see women of all shapes, sizes, colors, or whatever the case may be. And, you know, at the end of the day, you really can't police, you know, anybody's, you know, dick and what they're attracted to. So, I mean, I actually happen to prefer dark skin, fat ass, you know, preferably with stretch marks on that ass, you know, that you can see that ass just blew up. But never mind. Let me go on back on the track. But what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, you know, it is.
Oh, I gotta give you that.
My nigga.
Yeah, but you know, I'm gonna be honest with you. That whole fixation and that dynamic or whatever has been perpetuated by our women, and I know firsthand from my maternal grandmother, who is Creole, and I had lighter siblings, and I was always treated like shit. You know, I've had, you know, brother and sister effectively called, oh, that's my little red nigga, or this, that, and the other, and was given preferential treatment and stuff like that, as far as the kids go. So, you know, as far as it being perpetuated by the women, you know, but it's obviously perpetuated by the women almost always as associated with dating. You know, they never say or expand on anything else, because that's where it comes to. And a lot of them are delusional and try to guilt people into dating them rather than just thinking to themselves like, hey, let me just go ahead and compliment who actually does have an attraction for me. Now am I playing there?
Well played, sir. Well played. Contractor, what's your take on that clip?
Well, obviously, this hoe doesn't know how DNA works. One of the first things you do is check that baby's ears. Why? They're lighter. If their ears are darker, tips, they're going to brown up on you. And if she had a light-skinned baby, what about the father? Was the father light-skinned? It's like it's a bunch of unanswered questions, but colorism has always been something that women have been more interested in.
Facts.
A beautiful woman is a beautiful woman to a man. Now, how straight the hair is or how kinky, whatever, yeah, you got your preferences, but at the end of the day, if you got dropped off on Themyscira in Amazonia and it's a bunch of beautiful women, then goddamn it is what it is. I'm getting down with one of them. Doesn't matter if it's Europe, doesn't matter if it's Greece, doesn't matter if it's Rome, doesn't matter if it's fucking Western Blip. At the end of the day, the ones that are truly concerned about color is women. They want their kids to look like more like the dominant society, but the part they really fuck up at is they still want to accept them. Because over here, at the end of the day, you still a nigga to them. So it's crazy to me. They'll move mountains to have babies by foreign men. That way their babies can come out lighter and brighter, but still treat them like shit anymore. So it's a dead subject as far as I'm concerned. If that hoe had a yellow baby, then he had a yellow baby. All right, bet. But as black as your ass is, you didn't think that baby would come out to look somewhat like you? Not at all. Not in the slightest. Come on, man. It don't make sense. Oh yeah, shout out to the homie Mike Reed. But that's why I'm saying, like, it's just time to go. This community and the women in it and their thought process is dead, bro. It's a dead mission. It don't make no damn sense. I landed there.
All right, well played, sir. I mean, if I was in a hospital, as soon as I seen the clip, this is how I felt.
Is Wayne Brady gonna have to choke a bitch?
Straight up.
Let me add another dynamic that's missed from this whole thing. Okay, when these lighter skinned young women come of age, I mean not lighter skinned, let's say they do go and get somebody light skinned or mixed or whatever the case may be. The mom would use that as a means to try to attract more white men and even compete with the daughter. It's a weird dynamic. Just something to put out there for the public record.
Oh yeah.
My nigga.
All right, let me get everybody's closing statements. We are at the 1 hour, 53 minute mark. We're going to get up out of here. Thanks everybody for dropping by. Let me get 30 seconds off of each of you. Saul, your closing statements for the chat and the replay gang, sir.
Hey, salute to the chat and the panel. Obviously, my channel brethren, Quiet Storm that's down there posting the stuff up. Obviously, the contractor, MachismoTV. I appreciate being here tonight. And fellas, keep holding the line as far as protecting your neck and your reputation. Land my plane there.
Thank you, sir. Contractor, give me 30 seconds. Can I have your closing statements for the chat and the replay gang, sir?
Yes, sir. Salute to my brothers out there. We're going into a new year, and myself personally, I do believe it will be a very prosperous year, and you will see all kinds of change that is soon about to hit and happen, because the world has viewed the B-Dub now for what they are and who they are. So don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if they deal with them in a much more harsher fashion than they have been. But as far as you brothers, hold Like Saul said, hold the line. You know, we got you. It's about building and elevating over here. I will definitely be doing a whole lot more work behind the scenes with the brothers. And get your passport and go. That's what I always say. Because it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it, man. At the end of the day, it's really looking like all we got is us. So with that being said, get that book and get the fuck on. Peace to y'all.
Well played, sir. Well played.
My nigga.
All right, gentlemen, I want to thank you guys on the panel for showing up. Another great show. This is season 4, episode 3, live panels. We're gonna be putting out some new clip shows in the coming weeks. I want to thank everybody in the chat for coming by and participating in the hoop jargon. Shout out to International Quiet Storm, official channel moderator, Passport OG, for stopping by. Join us again next Sunday. We'll turn the channel on after this. As you know, we stream every night, midnight to about 6 or 8 in the morning, give or take. Please sign up for the newsletter. Please support the stream via Cash App, and also sign up for the Patreon. We have free content on there as well, and I'm going to post the chick with the monkey twerking on there, all right? On that note, ladies and gentlemen, good night and good luck.
Hey, woman. Hey, woman. Listen here. Since your old man ain't got no heart, maybe you'd like to see a real man. I bet you stay up late every night dreaming you had a real man, don't you? I tell you what, bring your pretty little self over to my apartment tonight, and I'll show you a real man. You want, you get everybody get
Everybody on down! Get on up! Everybody right down! Get into it! Everybody right down! Get involved! Everybody get together! Everybody get
Sorry. Hey, where's Stewie? That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. Okay, I don't know. Whatever it is, it's not right on the teleprompter.
There it is. We are going to do Sting, yeah.
There's no words there. To play us out. What does that mean, to play us out? To end the show?
Yeah.
All right, go.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today, and we'll leave you with a... I can't do it. We'll do it live. We'll do it live! Fuck it! Do it live! I'll write it, and we'll do it live! Fucking thing sucks!
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. I'm Stewie Griffin. Thanks for watching. We'll leave you with Sting and a cut off his new album. Take it away.
This is not real. It's just a dream. Please. This is not real. It's just a dream. Please. Please. Wake up. Wake up. This is not real. It's just a dream. Please. Please. Wake up.
I told you. Steppenwolf would fail. Yes. Yes, you did. My master, now that the mother boxes have been destroyed, how will you retrieve your great prize? Anti-life is found, Assad, and we will stop at nothing to possess it. Ready the Armada. We will use the old ways.
Doesn't matter who we are. What matters is our plan.